Good morning. Let us know when you're ready to go and we can start.
Great, I'm ready whenever.
All right, thank you very much.
No problem.
Okay. Welcome to the Civic Design Commission meeting. I now call this meeting to order on July 1st, 2025 at 10:51 a.m. We will do the court reporter is present. I will do roll call. Commissioner Abdullah, absent. Commissioner Carver.
Present.
Commissioner Winston.
Sorry, present.
Commissioner Ziegler, present. We have today we do have the approval for the April 23rd meeting minutes. Do any commissioners have any comments? I did note one, thanks to the previous court reporter, my name is misspelled at the top of the sheet, which I've never noticed. So if we could change that, it was right in the minute parts, but at the heading. May I have a motion to approve the minutes?
So moved.
Okay. May I get a second?
I'll second.
Okay. All right. Motion to approve, Commissioner Carver.
Aye.
Commissioner Winston.
Aye.
Commissioner Ziegler. Aye. Have we received any correspondence for this meeting?
We have not received any correspondence.
Okay, well then we will move straight into hearing and action then.
Right, so bring up the minutes. We have application BDA 2025-02596 filed by LGA on behalf of the Pittsburgh Zoo and Aquarium for construction of a new facility for the zoo, which is on City of Pittsburgh owned property. This project was submitted for preliminary review in May of 2025. The project scope includes new site work, fencing, and accessory giraffe sculptures. A development activities meeting took place on May 8th, 2025. That report is in your packet. And let's see. The recommended motion is that the Civic Design Committee of the Public Art and Civic Design Commission of the City of Pittsburgh approves this application for the construction of a new unglued barn as indicated in the applicant scope and following presentation. So with that, we can turn it over to John Evans with LGA to make their presentation.
All right. Can everyone hear me okay? We're all good?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, great. Thank you. So I'm John Evans. I'm a partner with LGA Partners. We're the local architect partnered with WDM Architects, who's a zoo expert, a national zoo expert, on the design of this project that you've seen in the materials and we're going to present today. The goal of this project is to create a new indoor barn for several animals, giraffes, okapi, red river hog, as well as the pygmy hippos at the zoo. Some of those animals will be in day one, including the giraffes. Others are going to come in later, but the idea is to create this full habitat. You can see here where this project is located. This is really within the heart of the zoo. It's kind of when you come up the hill, nestled in between the existing elephant barn, which you can see just to the left of the yellow outline indicating our new building, and what's called the TFC. It's the Tropical Forest Complex, and that's located to the right. In the master plan for the zoo, which is going to be executed over the course of the next decade plus, the TFC will eventually come down and be replaced by a new habitat for the primates. So as we're citing the new giraffe barn, the reason it's so close to that building is that long term, that building is going to go away. Next slide, please. So you can see here an aerial, again, looking from the north on the top. That's the elephant barn to the right and the tropical forest complex on the left. So this building, and we'll see this in the site plan, it does sit right on a current main pedestrian path through the zoo. Next slide. And so one of the things that we're doing in addition to the construction of this building is creating a new 15-foot minimum pathway that will become the new pedestrian pathway through the zoo. In the temporary for a couple months during construction, that may be routed through the actual TFC itself, but long-term, the idea was to maintain that outdoor pedestrian circulation for the tram. You can see here a couple of key elements of the site plan. On the north, again, I can't really point, but there's a canopy, which will be used for viewing the giraffes when they're within the day room. That will only occur during the winter months when the giraffes can't be outside due to the temperature. As Kevin mentioned, in front of that, there'll be a giraffe sculpture, a piece of sort of artwork that'll be out there in front of the canopy. Everything really along the south side of this building within the yard is not accessible by the public. You can see we have a new hay trailer, a dumpster for the elephants that will also serve, the hay trailer will also serve the giraffes. That's all located in the maintenance sort of service areas. Similar on the Jumbo Grill side, which is the right, that's Jumbo Grill, one of the eating facilities at the zoo. That kind of rear side of the building is really a service entrance access for animal service zookeepers. So really the only public face of this building is kind of that north front side, as well as sort of passing through along the building on this pedestrian pathway. Next slide. Just an overview of the floor plan. Again, the majority of the interior of this building is not actually accessible to people at all, other than the keepers who are taking care of the animals. This really is truly an animal facility. You can see the portions of the building dedicated to the giraffe enclosures, okapi, red river hog. On the right side is sort of a separate area for the pygmy hippos. This area will include a pool. It's not the show pool, but it's the pool for the pygmy hippos. And there's also a basement in that area with all of the LSS life support equipment for the pygmy hippos. And then you can see the small keeper area with a small office, a kitchen. Again, that's really the only portion of the building that's going to be occupied by people. Next slide. Wanted to talk a little bit about materials. This is a precast concrete building, given sort of the simplicity of the exterior and what we were doing, that was determined to be the best construction type. Our plan is to use textured precast concrete panels, and then where the public facing view is, and you can see it on this main northwest elevation, to use decorative painting inspired by regions of Africa to sort of treat the building, bring up that public face. You could see in addition, we have this viewing canopy for viewing the giraffes when they are in the day room, which will be constructed with artificial thatch, things like eucalyptus poles, kind of trying to give the look and feel that of this area of the zoo. We have translucent window systems, skylights, a fairly standard standing seam metal roof. There is an area at the back you can see away from the public view that will be screened with metal. That's where we have the large mechanical units that serve the building. And then as a decorative element, particularly on the front, will be sort of a wood look metal louver screen. The ideas are slats to really try to make those kind of look like shutters and give another textured material to the areas where the public can actually get up close to the building. Again, the elevation on the bottom really is only viewed from a couple 100 feet away. It's essentially the backdrop to the giraffe yard that you can see from certain views, but for the most part, that isn't really visible to the public. Next slide. So you can see here a conceptual rendering of the front elevation. The actual decorative paint pattern that you see is going to be developed in collaboration with a couple of artists, as well as an actual tribe who from the region, to just help advise on that artwork itself. you can see here what we've shown is kind of representative of the way that that pattern will shape the architecture, helping kind of make sense of this irregular roof and the window pattern and things like that. But the actual final pattern will be developed by an artist in conjunction with the zoo. And then you can see here again the canopy that will be on the front of the building. This is the area where the actual public can come in and view those giraffes within the day room during the winter months. So that's essentially the project. Obviously, we welcome any questions or concerns that any of the commissioners may have. We're happy to review any of that with you today.
Thank you very much. Is there any public comment in the waiting room?
There are no hands raised in person or or virtually.
All right, with that, then I will open it up to the commissioners. Any questions, comments?
I don't have any questions or comments.
One question I have, just out of curiosity, how are you selecting the artists to assist with the facade?
I'm not sure of the selection process. If Trisha is on from the zoo, Kevin, you may be able to promote her and she may be able to answer that. But the zoo has been working with a couple of artists again, and a tribe from Africa as well, to make sure that the artist selected kind of gets this right. And we can follow up with them.
Yeah. City planning staff can follow up with the applicant and then follow up with the commission on that information.
Thank you.
Great. I didn't have any other questions or comments. It seemed like a very nicely done, integrated building that I'm sure the animals will appreciate, given our climate. So
thank you.
With that being said, if there are no other questions, may I have a motion to approve?
I will make a motion to approve as presented.
I guess I will second to approve, and then we'll do a vote. Commissioner Carver?
Aye.
Commissioner Winston?
Abstaining.
Okay. Commissioner Ziegler? Approve. All right. Thank you very much. Do we have a director's report?
We have no director's report today.
Okay. Well, if there is no other business, then I can call the Civic Design Committee adjourned at 11:03.
Okay. Thank you all. We
Thank you all
appreciate
for
your
your time
time.
and I
Thank you for
appreciate it.
making
Yes.
the extra time.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right.